Hello. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. I am inviting my friends. Hey, everybody. How is everyone doing? It is not Tuesday. How about that? It is not Tuesday. It is Monday. We're having a special author chat today. Hey, everybody. I see my sister authors in the audience. Hey, everybody. Hey, Kim. Cassandra, Jax, Elizabeth. I see y'all out there. Hello. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. So we're doing something special, and I think I would like to continue if this is something you would like me to do. So we're going to just have a very quick, hopefully information-filled author chat. Okay? And I've been getting some questions. You all know I'm doing the Kickstarter campaign. Things are going very well. It is very exhausting, but it's all going to be good. It's all good now, and it's for a worthy cause. So we wanted to talk about that tonight because my sister author, Nanku Adumete, she is also doing a Kickstarter program. She started just last week. She's doing very well. So I want to talk with her about her campaign, and then we're going to chat a little bit about Kickstarter in general because we have some friends who are coming behind us with their campaigns, and hey, we're here to support each other. So we're going to answer some questions if you have them and try to share a little bit of information for those of you who may be considering a Kickstarter campaign, or people just need general information about backing a Kickstarter campaign. I was very surprised to learn that a lot of people don't know much about Kickstarter and they weren't sure how to help. So we're going to answer some of those questions also, okay? So if you have any questions, put them in the chat, and then we'll get to them. Hey, Ron. Hey, Sparkling Eyes. Hey, Coach. Hope I didn't miss anybody. So let me see where Nanku is. And we'll bring her in and chat a little bit. I hope you all are having a good Monday. There she is. Hey, Nanku.
Hello, Naomi.
How are you?
I am doing great. I am
Good.
doing amazing. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you see me well and hear me well?
Yes, I can see you well. You're looking gorgeous. I
As
can
you
hear
are.
you well.
As you are. I told my husband, I said, oh, wait a minute, I need some music because Nanku always comes in with this great African music. I have to figure out to do that in the next time, and I'll be ready for you.
I could use that little jive.
I know. Well, you only have me, so I'll just have to energize you.
I accept it.
So what's going on, sis? What's going on Monday?
Oh my goodness. Monday was a very hectic day. Work. Honestly, it's always hectic, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
A lot of changes are happening. I'm in healthcare space, and a lot of changes are happening in my health system and around me. And I'm just grateful to be here and to have an opportunity to have a career, to have a supporting system, so gratitude. I'm all about that. So,
Good.
yeah.
That's it. We got to stay in a state of gratitude.
Yes. There's so much around us.
Yes. I found this really nice. It was kind of different, but a very nice group on Clubhouse a few days ago.
Oh, yeah. I saw you this morning. And
yeah.
Look at
it's a room of gratitude. And the other morning, I kind of had my little prayer time, and I just looked down at my phone and I saw this pop up, and I was like, what is this all about? So I went in there, and literally I spent an hour just listening to people talk about the things they were grateful for.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful. Beautiful way to start the day. So it makes you think, because some of the things they were saying, I had forgotten to express gratitude for those simple things, in my life. So it was good.
Yeah. I know.
So we are grateful for our Kickstarter programs. Right?
Yes, we're grateful for our Kickstarter. We're grateful for this journey. We're grateful for everything, honestly. I think at the end of the day, everything is a lesson. Yes. Everything is an opportunity for us to learn and grow. I had Chinese for lunch today because I was starving and I was getting stressed. And so I had a nice big Mongolian beef, like just a big thing of Chinese. I was just eating, and I just opened up the cookie, what do you call it? The fortune cookie, the fortune, and it said, what did it say? Sometimes in comfort, sometimes our comfort zone is expanded through discomfort, right? So our comfort zone is always expanding because we put ourselves in situations where we're very uncomfortable, but we get comfortable eventually. Kickstarter is one of those things. I think,
I agree.
I was thinking about it, like putting ourselves out there, and it's very it's out there, and it's a growing opportunity. We're learning, we're growing, and that's an amazing experience. And so
it is.
I'm so
That's
glad.
a very good way to put it, because you are outside of your comfort zone. First of all, we're learning something new. It's very nature of what it is, this platform. You are going to stretch yourself, right? Because you do have to be out there and on 24/7, basically. So it is a challenge, but your book is a worthy cause. Thank you. We are very like-minded in our desire to give the gift of literacy to children. So do you have your book there? Do you have a picture of the book?
No, I don't have a picture of my book.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell, because we can go to your profile and see it. It's I Celebrate My Voice. And it is the second in your series. Your first was I Celebrate My Skin. And I had the pleasure of reviewing that book, and that's how we met. I love the message of that book, and this message continues, empowering children to discover and use their voice. And it doesn't have to be their speaking voice. It's what's within them that gives them their drive and their passion. So I love that message. Now, I gave you my version of it, but why don't you tell everyone about your book?
Yes, thank you, Naomi. So I Celebrate My Voice is honestly a fun, inspiring book that teaches children to embrace themselves. So like the themes of my books are all about individuality and helping our children love and embrace their story. I like this one particularly because it doesn't matter who you are. I always say this, and if you watch my Kickstarter video, like I started with this quote that, sometimes we are limited. Our voice is limited by what we have around us, what we don't have, and the lack of things, and any experiences that we face around us. And our voices somehow, as we're children, changes, and it gets limited by those experiences. And somehow in our journey, we forget that the power to make a change and to change the narrative is within us. And sometimes it takes years for us to get there, but we're always finding our voice and like really thinking about that. And so this book is so important because it teaches children about what their voice is, and also how important it is for them to use that voice. It is everything that they love to do, and everything about themselves is their voice. How you show up in the world and who you are, embracing it 100% is your voice. And so I'm so excited about it. I have a lot to share about it, but I want to make sure I'm concise. But it's such a beautiful book. It's fun, illustrated. It's got fun comparisons. It's got very serious, meaningful words and meaningful activities. And meaningful narration, and it also like changes and just gives them like different ideas. So like a child at 3 years old will be able to grasp what we mean by voice, and of course an older child will also be able to get that meaning as well. So it's a very fun, diverse book that I cannot wait for everybody to look at it, to read it, and have it. It's an amazing book. Yes,
I think so too, and I feel honored because I had the pleasure of working with you on the book, on some of the words and everything that you're saying. I can confirm that I felt, as we were reading through the book. Yeah, everything you're saying is expressed in the book. So I think it's important, and it celebrates diversity because you have children from all backgrounds, just as you did in the first book. So I think that's very special. And your campaign, very similar to mine, we're trying to actually bless children with the books. So we're not just putting out a book, a quality book for anyone, any child, but you actually are wanting to give the books to children who are in need. And one thing that I think is important, I'd like you to share, is that you shared some of your personal story about how you didn't have books when you were growing up. And now here you are blessed now as an adult to not only be an author and write a book, but to actually give books to children from your home country.
Yeah.
So that is a very, it's very important. And it's beautiful, Nanku. It's very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, Naomi. I admire your campaign too. You know, it's like, you know, I know we have very similar stories, and we're trying to do similar things. And, you know, it's so important. Like, you know, I feel growing up in Africa, you know, we didn't have much. And I know somebody believed in me and helped amplify my voice, right? I got a scholarship. I was able to be where I am today because somebody took a chance in me, right? And saw a chance. And for me, like, sending these books home and doing these campaigns, it's a way for me to also amplify those kids' voices, right? I didn't have a book growing up, and I don't want children in this day and age to grow up without a book. And so it's such an important thing, because I know through reading, they can experience the unimaginable. And I was so lucky that I was able to experience that, right?
Right.
I was able to travel. I am where I am today. And for so many of them, they don't have that opportunity. And it's through the books that we write, and even them sharing the story, because I love to even share my story with them, because I want them to know that that same child, the same village child who grew up similar to where they grew up, right, was able to get to where she is today because somebody believed in her, and I believe in them, and I'm here to help and support and just be that light for them as well. So it's so dear to me in so many levels, and I can go on and on and on, but it's just, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to be able to do this, and I'm so grateful to be who I am today, because I'm hoping that I can make an impact, and I can inspire them to be even more, right?
Yeah.
And that's
what
you will.
You will with your message. You will. And just as an example, hey Richard.
Hi Richard.
Sidewalk librarian is joining us from Literacy Nation. We do. I think that's why God knit our hearts together when we met. We just became fast friends. We share some similar life experiences, even though you were in Africa and I was here in America. And through childhood trauma, we both, in different ways, but similar, we kind of came to ourselves later. We found our voices later in life. Our voices were suppressed early, and we found our voices later in life. And instead of keeping that, we're trying to share it with other children to make sure, as you say, giving them a voice. For my book, it is helping them to find their purpose in life, helping them to know that there is a purpose in life, regardless of anything they've gone through. So I think it's a blessing when we're able to use our life experiences, even as children, even if it's traumatic, you know, we are able to grow through life to the point where we can reach through that pain and speak into a child's life.
Right.
And I love that about you. I love that about our author friends out there watching us. As I listen to their reasons for writing, it's so beautiful, because we're actually being blessed to give, whether it's from pain or sorrow, trauma. There's something in us that we have to share, and we're letting it out and being an example for the children. And I think it's beautiful. Because think about it, all of the author friends that we've met, everyone has this story.
Yes.
And they're reaching to children to share, you know, to share a message. And I think it's so beautiful. I really do. But I want to make sure that people support your Kickstarter. So Nanku, it's Nanku's Corner. And of course, I'm going to put the message, put your information there. And so her Kickstarter started just 6 days ago, right? You're 6 days in.
Yes, I'm 6 days in.
6 days in, and we both were blessed to receive Project We Love, which was a big deal. So I want to make sure that we let everybody out there understand, you know, what that's all about. But you can go to Nanku's Corner on Instagram, and you can click the link. It will take you to her campaign. So for the first 48 hours, of your Kickstarter campaign, for those of you who are thinking about doing this, if you can raise 35%, and we thought it was 25 when we started, by the way. And I was like, no, not 35.
I don't even know though, Naomi. I don't even know what's like the right. I think it's like because we're reading about it. It's like so many metrics that go into it. They look at engagement. They look at different things as well.
Yeah, they do. So if you can reach that milestone quickly, and I did a little research on this. So the averages are, if you can raise 35% within the first 48 hours, statistics show that you will make it. That's what they're basing it on. And so since statistics are on your side and it looks like your campaign will succeed, then they know that it's in their best interest to support you. So you get promotion from them. You get your badge that says Project We Love. You get the banner on your project that says Project We Love. And you get more attention from the people who are on Kickstarter. And you're not paying for this extra advertising. Can you imagine how much it would cost?
Yeah.
So we really hustle. So when you saw us hustling those first 2 days, like I was everywhere. Okay, I was everywhere. I
remember the last clubhouse room that I had with you guys? You had to text me.
You were exhausted.
You text me like, Nunku, are you okay?
Are you okay? It was like 9 o'clock at night.
You sound like you're just about to give in.
Yes.
And it was just, like.
But you have to do it, Nanku. And that's what I'm trying to tell these guys. Like, we were everywhere. They were probably absolutely sick of seeing us because I did so many interviews the first couple of days. You were on Clubhouse all day long to the point of exhaustion. But that's why, guys, that's why we got on your nerves, and that's why we were pushing it, because we were trying so hard to make that Project We Love, to give our campaign that boost, and to show Kickstarter that we were worth investing in. So if you guys were wondering how that works, that's how it works. Okay, so you have to really make sure that you do your research and you are ready when you out the gate. I mean, just ready, full force, full force. And I was just talking to the day before yesterday, they sent me a message and just asked me for some advice. And I said, listen, make sure you eat and make sure you sleep ahead of time. And it was kind of like funny, but I said, hey, I'm serious, because you will be exhausted, because you really are pushing and you have to take care of yourself. Because I really got scared. I thought you were going to get sick.
Oh my goodness. It's been like really rough, because honestly, like also your mind, right? Like your mind is always on like that overdrive. Even if you're so tired, your mind is like thinking, oh my goodness, I didn't text this person. I didn't call this person. I need to do this. I need to do this. So it's just like constant, thinking about it, trying to like, I mean, I even had dreams about it. Like, right, like, so like my brain is just like an overdrive, like even on my RAM, I'm thinking Kickstarter.
No, it's true. It's true.
It is just, it is
it's a lot very stressful.
It is. And, the idea is amazing, because it really helps us, right, as creatives, as authors, to be able to get those quality books out there. And you're also able to, like, at this moment, we can reach out as many people as we can, the exposure, right, to really like donate towards the books, or do this the things that we're doing, right, to like help reach this book, like send this book to different kids. So like it helps a lot with all of those things, just to make everything possible.
Yes.
But it definitely does take a lot of work, and a lot of mental power.
It does.
I think the first day, actually, I didn't even eat. I remember the first day, I don't remember eating, and it was like at nighttime, and I was like done talking and everything, and I didn't even feel hungry. Like I was worried, actually. I didn't even feel hungry, and it was like, okay, I have to eat something. I just had to grab something and eat it. But like it just
that's how invested you are
in a driven way.
That's how much, it's so much pressure. But I love what you said, because it is worth it. And for me, I love supporting our author family. And I want to show somebody else that, you can do this, because if I can do it, you definitely can do this. And for whatever reason, whether it's a mission, as my mission is to serve the inner city children, yours is to make sure that children from your home country have books. but even if it's just to get your book out, especially if it's a diverse book, we need you to do it, you know. And usually with indie authors, it's the money, it's the financing that stops us, because we don't have that support of the big publishing houses. We don't have advances from publishers, you know, that will take care of our expenses. So Kickstarter is a platform for us to be able to basically pre-order en masse and have everything taken care of, or most of the expenses taken care of. I certainly need more than what I asked for, so I'm pushing to go over. But there's a strategy even in that, and you and I had spoken about that as well. I want to make sure to see if there's any questions. Oh, hey, Coach. Oh, she said we're beautiful. She's so sweet. Hey, Sunette. Did I get every? Hi, Nicole. Yes, the hard work will pay off. Yes, absolutely. Hello to Captain Smiley. Okay. Hi. Yes, I said hi. Hi there, Rukia. Okay, I said hi to everybody. So one thing I want to also share is that you will be surprised at people who will come and support you. Like, you expect your friends and people you know to support you, but I was blessed with people. I mean, I don't even know who they are, but they supported me because they believed in my message and they believed in my mission. And that gave me so much encouragement, you know, because you do expect people who know you, like, oh, well, I think they'll support me. And sometimes they don't. But to have a total stranger just say, hey, I see value in what you're doing. You know, I see that you're trying to reach children who need you. And it really blessed me, and it kind of gave me some super strength, you know, on those days when I was like, Nanku, I can't even think of that. You know, I just can't. I can't do another thing. But it really encouraged me to see people from everywhere and anywhere. I mean, I have people from Hawaii and, you know, across the seas, or, you know, supporting the campaign, even if it's just to get an ebook. And then people who just didn't even want anything. They just wanted to support with money. So it's a blessing. And it makes that work, it makes it worth it.
I know, it does, you know, and it just shows, it just shows that, you know, like, you know, you know how I like that concept of Ubuntu. It just shows that we are connected, right, as a people, and we need each other to make this world a better place. And when somebody you don't even know supports you, it means a lot, you know.
It does.
I had, you know, Kim leave me a message, and I just nearly cried because I was so exhausted, and just like, right, just like everybody just being there to like share a story. And it's the small things, you know, that just, and it's been amazing. And I think this whole phase, honestly, you're vulnerable and you're fragile and you're tired, you're everything at once. So your body is just all over the place. I think even hormones probably come in the mix too, you know, like it's just a lot. And, you know, just knowing that people are believing in you, they're rooting for you, it just gives you that extra boost, you know, to like really keep going and push. And, you know, so I just want to say thank you, you know, thank you to everybody who's been there supporting us, and just, you know, just showing, you know, that they can, they believe in our project. It's just been absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. Truly grateful.
It's wonderful. And that's where that gratitude came from, you know, for me. So I've been dropping in that room, and there's a lot of different opinions in there and a lot of different beliefs, but the commonality that everyone had, whatever religion they were and whatever country they were from, even language was different, and everyone was just expressing some type of gratitude. And it just kept me, you know, in the right place, because I am truly grateful for all of you who have supported me, and not just support me because, you know, you like me or you think I'm nice, which I'm grateful for, but because, you know, my heart is in what I'm doing, you know, and that my heart is for the children, as Nanku's is as well. So it has really opened my heart to support others. And I found several people since I started, people I didn't know as well, but I saw their campaign and I felt their heart. So I supported them too. And I've made several new friends, you know, because I believe in their mission as well.
Yeah.
I pretty much am looking for those authors who are writing books that are diverse, you know, and not just in skin color, but um, Jennifer Kelly, I really like her so much now. I didn't know who she was, but I supported her, and she turned around and supported me. But I liked her project because it's a it's about emotional health for children. It's about the emotional health of a child. And then there's another one that I supported with a child who has autism, and they actually wrote a very lovely story. So those are people who have a heart to reach children. And so I'm probably not going to have a lot of money come next month because I've spent it all on on Kickstarter projects.
I know.
But I think it's important to support each other. That's my everyday. I believe that every day. But when you see someone trying to get a message out there to reach a certain group of children who may be overlooked, that's what it's all about, you know. And so I love that that this community supports each other. And there are some really beautiful projects out there, and children are going to have their pick of diverse books.
I know.
The more this is done.
Yeah, you know, it's very exciting how there's so much, you know, it's amazing, honestly. And and we win when we all support each other. We're better and stronger, and so it's very important.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I wanted to say, make sure if you guys have any questions, just you can ask here. We probably maybe answered a couple of things. Let me make sure I'm saying hello. Yeah. And Coach is saying she donated to you.
Oh, thank
you.
And
she donated to me as well. She was so supportive. So yes, thank you all. And Shelley is saying a room without books is like a body without a soul. Wow.
I know, that's profound.
Wow. And thank you, Richard. He's saying he's proud of us. Thank you, Shelley. That's beautiful. Yeah, our hard work is going to pay off, and the beneficiaries are the children.
Yes.
You know, and the more that we do this, the better we do, the more that other people will see that it's possible. And then we'll be there to help them as well. So we have Judith coming behind us. Judith is going to be launching her campaign soon.
Makes sense.
We have Virtuous. I think Virtuous goes before Judith, right?
No, Virtuous goes on the 19th.
On the 19th, okay.
Judith, maybe early October.
Early October.
I want to say, I think the 1st of October is Judith starts. Okay. And then Virtuous on the 19th.
Virtuous on the 19th. And then I found another person who contacted me. It's Butterfly Books. She's going to be launching maybe next week. So I shared some things with her as well. And I will share her post and try to get people to support her as well. Yeah. So, Kickstarter is doable. You know, if you give it your all. So I have 16 days left. And I'm going to do another live when it's all over. Yeah. Because now I'm in the middle, you know, of the campaign where you really, really have to really push because the big rush has gone. And now I'm like fighting to make sure that I don't lose my momentum. So I've learned a few tips and I've learned some things, and it's being more strategic now to get to the end. And today I had 97 supporters, and I'm like, okay, guys, I need 3 more people. I just want to reach that milestone, right, of 100 backers. I need 3 more people, guys, 3 people. So that was, you know, it's those small goals that you have to celebrate. And I talked to Stacy today, Nanku. And she was telling me, like, I have to celebrate those small goals. And Coach had told me that before. I have a habit of not doing that. I have a habit of looking at the big picture. But a part of gratitude is to pause and look at the small goals that you've accomplished. And I think Kickstarter provides a perfect opportunity for that. Like, you know, celebrating smaller goals. So I encourage you to do that and not rush ahead to the end like your friend here. So I'm going to start pausing.
I am like,
you're doing very well.
It's like I have been because I am all in my head, and, you know, I'm so grateful for my support system, you know, my husband and the kids, really, like everybody's been very supportive. But yeah, it's in the small and the big wins.
You have to.
It's like that pledge a day, somebody, it's just being grateful and really spending the time to say thank you. I think it's been yeah, just, you know, just being grateful for those moments. And sometimes I'm so tired to post even, you know, like,
yeah, I know.
So when I'm finally able to send that update, and I'm like, whew, I'm so grateful that I was able to do that. Like, you know, just all this, like in everything, honestly, just being able to stay afloat and find a way to just to breathe and kind of get through it has been, yeah, a journey on its own. So yes, celebrating my voice. Yes, Richard.
Yes, celebrating your voice. And your I love your video. You guys have to see her video in her campaign. I love it because you have your family in it, and you have your daughter. Okay, somebody came in late and wants to know. Okay, Nanku's book is called, I Celebrate My Voice.
I celebrate my voice.
I celebrate my voice. And her first book was I Celebrate My Skin.
Yes.
So you can go to her Nanku's Corner, her profile, and the Kickstarter link is in there.
Yes, and actually you'll be able to get both too if you don't have my first book, I Celebrate My Skin. You'll be able to get that book as well through the Kickstarter. So, which is cool. You can order both. Yes.
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. And so the one of the fun things with Kickstarter too, which I really enjoyed, was coming up with the rewards. So I had a lot of fun coming up with my little quirky names. And, you know, my book is Why Am I Here? A Child's Book About Purpose. So all of my rewards have something to do with purpose. I tried to, you know, keep that theme going. So it's kind of fun. You can have fun with the rewards. And guys, the rewards are the things that you get for pledging. So unlike GoFundMe or one of these other campaigns, you just give a donation and you don't get anything in return beside the joy of giving, right? But with Kickstarter, if you donate, let's say you donate $25, then you'll get a book. Or you may choose to donate $10 and get, or $15 and get an ebook. But you're still helping the cause, but you get something in return, you know. And I like that about Kickstarter. And there's different levels from, I don't know, $10 to $1,500, you know, depending on what they want to do. So, you know, if you want to buy books for a whole classroom, or you want to, in my case, you could buy books for a whole classroom. And Nanku, I know you have.
I have a classroom.
School, and you have a diversity talk.
I have a diversity workshop, which I just uploaded a sample actually on my Kickstarter page yesterday. And so you can review that diversity workshop that I did with Girls Night Live.
Yeah.
And just, you know, and actually I use the same talk for corporations, for children.
I thought that was very creative.
And so it's very, it's very meaningful, honestly. And every time I share it, I think it does help change a perspective in terms of how we look and view diversity. It doesn't matter where that setting is. It may be a workplace, you know.
Yeah.
Or
it could be just one person.
It's very
one person who gets your message, and that could change. That could change a corporation, Nanku. One person.
Exactly.
It could change a classroom, a next generation. So,
and we need diversity in books and also at workplace, right? In the workplace, everywhere. And we
homes, schools,
everywhere.
Work.
Yes.
And that's the key. That's the key. So I don't think we had any specific questions, and I hope that we shared some information that would help. Richard is saying there should be a Literacy Nation launch committee. We could certainly support our friends and authors. Yes, Richard, because I mean, that's what it's all about. And in Literacy Nation, we're like a family. So yeah, that is true. So I plan on doing an interview for Judith and Virtuous, and we'll, you know, just support each other as we do anyway. But yeah, so both of us, you can go to our profiles and click on the links and support the campaigns that we both are loving children and wanting to help our children. And Nanku is actually going to be sharing books with children from her village back in Eswatini.
Yes.
Formerly Swaziland.
Yes.
And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, because then it comes full circle.
It does.
Right? It comes full circle. And
I've been waiting. I sent my first donations of books in July. They haven't received them yet, but I've just been waiting because You know, it's a moment, you know, just,
Yes.
you know, I can't wait, you know, to see those children like reading and enjoying my book, and you know, and then being there, going home and sharing that with them. And you know, it's amazing, right? When
It
you think about
is.
gratefulness, how we're able to give back when we can, to inspire children, you know. You
Yes.
know, there's this saying, I don't know if it's an African proverb or if it's like a common saying, you know, when you change somebody's life, like there's one thing where you make an impact on something, right? When you change somebody's life, it's almost like a domino effect, right? Because that person will always remember that kind gesture that you gave to them,
Mm-hmm.
and they will always pass it on. So it's
Yeah.
almost like really building a community, building, or whatever you want to think about, changing the world, honestly,
Yeah.
because those people will always kind of return that
Pass it
favor
on.
to the next person.
Yeah.
I am here because somebody lent a hand for me, you know,
Amen.
so, you know, propelled my voice to where I am today. And that's why I want to make sure I do the same for the next generation, so that they will do the same for others. And that way we can bring each other up, and we can bring a better community. So
That's what it's supposed to be
it's
about.
all
There's a
about that.
movie here, Nanku. It's called Pay It Forward, and it's based on that principle you just talked
Oh,
about. Pay
nice.
It Forward. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
Absolutely. And as we spoke before about, you know, childhood experiences and childhood traumas, for me, I found my safe place in books. I always had a book as a child, and I still find my safe place in books. But I don't want children to struggle with not having a safe place, or not knowing where they fit, or not knowing their purpose. And so for me, book was an escape and safety, and it was where I dreamed and I imagined, and I learned to want things out of life, you know, through reading.
Yeah.
So I want that for children.
I must say, my sister is a fan. She was just saying, "What an amazing book! I cannot wait." You know, like talking about
Oh,
helping
that's
children
wonderful.
find a purpose. You know, at an early age, it's just, it's so
Yeah,
inspiring. It's so inspiring. So
yeah.
she's excited.
That's good. I'm so
Can't
I'm so
wait.
grateful. Tell her thank you. That's so sweet.
Yes.
So I am proud of you. I know you're going to, well, your campaign is already starting off so well. I know you're going to be successful. And thank you to everybody for your support for Nanku, for your support for me. And just look on Kickstarter. You'll be amazed at the creative things that people are doing, but also the meaningful things that people are doing to help others, to
Yeah.
inspire children, to promote messages of diversity and love and unity. It's just amazing. So
Yeah.
just explore Kickstarter sometime. And the
Yeah.
nice thing about Kickstarter, I was talking to Jax the other day, is when you support a project, you don't pay for it right then. That's another thing I wanted people to understand if you're thinking of supporting a project. So they will hold your card. It's like you're shopping. Of course, you give your information, but they will not charge you until the campaign is successful.
Yeah.
Because imagine the refund nightmare it would be if they took everyone's money and then the campaign wasn't successful and then they had to refund all the money. So what they do is they just don't take it until they're sure that the campaign is successful, and then your pledge is it's processed, your money is processed. And I don't think everyone knows that. So
It's
if
a
you
good
have any
point. Yeah.
hesitancy about supporting a campaign because you're waiting for payday or something like that, don't worry, it will not be taken out until the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
And of course, your campaign is going to be successful. We're going to be successful. And
Amen.
yeah, so I'm very proud of you. I'm excited about your project.
Amen.
So that's it, guys. Unless you have
Yes.
a question for us, I'm going to make sure. Sometimes you have to see it before you see
Yes.
it. Yes. Yes. The good thing about books, you get to travel without moving your feet. Glory. Absolutely, Shelley. And yes, I did. Yes, coach. And that is that was what I don't mean to be melodramatic, but books saved me, you know. And I have always been a book lover. I've always been an avid reader. I've always been way above grade level in reading because I just devoured books. Like I just, as soon as I got one, I just went through it so, you know, so quickly. And I've always loved books because of the freedom that I felt from reading them. But I grew up without books of color. And I had trouble relating to some of the people in the books because they were not my story. Yeah. I didn't see anything that was going on in the books in my world. So I remember the first time that I saw a book that had a little girl of color in it, and it blew my mind. And I fell in love with Lisa that day. I fell in love with that little girl. And she was so pretty, and her mom was pretty, and they were shopping in the big store, and she was a Black girl. Yeah. And I was like, wow. And it made me think, oh, wow, there's a Black girl in the book, you know, and that did something to me. And it opened me up, you know, it showed me possibilities. And I don't want any child to not have that feeling. Like today, like your children are small, mine are all grown, your children are small. They have several books to choose from, and they see children who look like them. Yes. They see children who look like their friends from school. Oh my goodness.
We have such a collection. I know. It's just yes. We have a Christmas, a Black Santa. We have such a collection, you know, from all our indie authors. And so I'm so excited just having them. That's just a norm. That's a norm for them, right? They can see themselves in books. They can see people that look like them. They can relate. That's a norm for them. And that's on its own. It's just absolutely amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I do what I do, because that's the world that they need to have. And not just if you're Black, you only read Black books. Not that either. You know, your neighbors, whatever culture is around, they should be in your books as well.
Yes.
Because that shows a child where they fit in the world. And it shows the child the possibilities of the world, the different people that they can learn about, you know? Yes. So I could go on and on. I'm not going to. I didn't mean to keep you so long. I know you had a long day at work, but Nanku, thank you for coming on and talking with me and sharing with everybody a little bit about your wonderful book and about the Kickstarter experience.
Yes. Thank you so much. It. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Favor, messy goodness, and yes, everything is working out as it should. And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So we're looking forward to you passing all your milestones and your goals and having a successful campaign. Yes, so thank you guys for joining us. If you have any questions about anything we talked about, you know, just send us a message, okay? Yeah. But click on those links. We're going to make it to our goal. Thank you.
Yes, please.
All right. Good night.
Bye, everyone.